What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Tennessee has a huge opportunity in front of them coming up on Saturday night as they go down to Athens. Between the hedges, rivalry game, everything is on the line. The college football playoff rankings came out last night. Tennessee sitting at 7th. Alabama is at 10th. Georgia's sitting at 12th. It certainly appears like the playoff committee is setting up Tennessee to be that bubble team if they lose to Georgia. And so many people keep talking about that. If they lose to Georgia, if Tennessee is 10-2, and I get it. It's a tall task. You're going on the road. You're a 10-point underdog. The ESPN FPI gives you less than a 40% chance to go down there and win. And we know Josh Heupel has struggled on the road, right? We know that. We understand that not only with his record on the road at Tennessee, but also offensively. They score almost 14 points less per game on the road. So it is a tall task in front of you. But what is that phrase? What's that phrase that Coach Fulmer used to say all the time? That's why you come to Tennessee. These are the moments. These are the games where legends will be created. We talk about Nico being a redshirt freshman quarterback, leading this team to victories over Florida and Alabama. Why not Georgia as well? Why not go beat the big three all in the same year? But now that's where the conversation shifts. That's where all the talk is at. Is Nico playing or is he not playing? I went through this on Monday. We're going to go through it again real quick here. Take a look. This is Josh Heupel immediately following the game with Mississippi State. This is what he had to say about Nico.
You're going to get right to the point, huh?
Yeah. Playoff committee will want to know.
We anticipate having him ready for next week. So precautionary measure at halftime, and so feel like we'll be ready to roll next Saturday.
Precautionary, should be good to go on Saturday. Seems lighthearted, laughing, kind of joking about it. That doesn't sound like a coach to me that feels like he's going to be without his starting quarterback for the rest of the year or for the biggest game of the year coming up against Georgia. Now, Josh Heupel met with the media on Monday. He was again asked about Nico Iamaleava. This was his response on Monday.
We'll just get it out of the way. Nico, thumbs up, thumbs down. Where are we at with this thing?
Yeah, he was with us today. Had a really good day. Feel like he'll be in great shape for Saturday. But you guys can monitor the whatever the report is that comes out on Wednesday and track it through the week. But certainly feel like he'll be in a good spot.
So once again, a coach that sounds optimistic. He was with us today, had a good day. We fully anticipate he's going to be ready to go on Saturday. You guys watch for the injury report on Wednesday. Now that comes out later today. It will be interesting to keep an eye on it. Is Nico listed as questionable? Is he listed as probable? Last night playing EA Sports College Football 25, having a good time hanging out with you guys as we do every single Tuesday night. All of a sudden, the chat starts to go crazy. The chat says, Josh Pate just said live on his show that Nico will not play on Saturday. Not speculation, not possible, will not play. We're going to look and see why Josh Pate said that. We're going to break down the clips, but as always, you guys already know what I'm going to say. You guys know what's coming next. I need you to smash the thumbs up just below the video. It is quick, free, and easy, and it helps this channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Now, if you didn't know that was coming, if it's your first time here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media, reporters, journalists. What we are is fans. This channel was built by fans, for the fans, by the fans, so we do what fans do. We speculate. We talk about the rumors. We celebrate the victories. We mourn the losses. We are diehard, passionate, psychotic fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video live later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Talkin VAWLS live. We're going to talk about this Georgia game, get you ready for kickoff Friday morning. Ben McKee from Go Vols 247 is going to be in the house, so make sure you tune in for that Friday morning, 10 a.m. Also, we go live an hour before kickoff every Saturday and immediately following the game as well. So let's get into it. Josh Pate, again, last night on his show, says that Nico Iamaleava will not be playing. Why did he say that? Where did that come from? Well, after tracking it down, it came from this on 3 tweets out The Bear says Nico Iamaleava is not expected to play against Georgia due to a concussion. So let's take a listen to see what the Bear has to say here.
And that being said, I don't know what you have heard about Nico Iamaleava playing this week. I have heard that it was a bad concussion, and people that I've spoken to do not believe that he is going to play. We'll see what happens. Josh Heupel certainly offered a different tune, as you would expect him to do early in the week, to probably just have Georgia prepare as if Nico were going to play.
So let's start with that right there. Concussion, right? We all understand that. We all realize that that's what we're dealing with here. You saw the clips going around the internet of Nico coming out after the game, had the towel over his head, didn't come out for the second half. Why is that? Well, when you have a concussion, the lights are blinding, the sounds, the noises. You just want to be in a dark, quiet room, right? That's where you're at when you have a concussion. So we realize that. We understand that. But then he goes on and says Josh Heupel being optimistic, as you would expect. Now, when I made the video on Monday and kind of talked about Josh Heupel, the things he had to say, as whether or not you guys bought into it, some of the comments and the feedback that I got back were, well, Boogie, why would he lie about? Why would he do that? Why would he say Nico's good to go if he's not? Well, I don't know if you remember when Brew McCoy broke his leg. When he was on the field, and it was like straight out of the program. His foot was facing the wrong direction. Everybody knew it was a bad injury. It was a gruesome injury. He was listed on the injury report that next week as questionable. Everybody in the country knew that Brew McCoy wasn't going to play. Brew McCoy couldn't walk, but yet he was listed as just questionable, not out on that injury report. So Josh Heupel always playing games. That's why when you saw the clip from Monday when he met with the media, he kind of snickered when he said you can wait on Wednesday to see. But let's paint the picture here. Concussion. The Bears saying we know it was a concussion. Let's hear more, and then we'll break this down.
College Football Playoff Selection Committee prepared to rank them as they were going to have their starting quarterback for this game. So I mean, look, maybe my intel is wrong, and maybe he is fine, and hopefully for his sake and the health of him in the long-term future, I hope that it wasn't a bad concussion. I hope he is okay, and I hope college football fans get to see him out there on Saturday. I'm sure some Georgia fans probably don't necessarily want to see him, but that still being said, he has struggled throwing the.
So not likely to play according to the Bear. He gives his reasons why, talks about the College Football Playoff Committee. I don't think Josh Heupel is doing this because of the College Football Playoff. Now, we know last year we saw FSU get left out because their quarterback was hurt. I think that's an absolute joke. You should get in on what you've done. You shouldn't get in or be left out based on who's available for the College Football Playoff. That is an absolute joke. That is the stupidest thing. There should be nothing in the playoff committee. What they look at, what they grade the season on, who they select should not be based on who's available for the games coming up. That is the most ridiculous thing you could possibly see. But for Josh Heupel, that wouldn't make sense to me. That wouldn't make sense that he's trying to sell you that Nico's good to go because Tuesday the college football playoff rankings come out, because you got to go beat Georgia. You got to go play the games. I just don't think there's any sense in Josh Heupel doing that for college football playoff rankings. So the Bear says not likely to play. What about Pete Thamel? He puts out sources. Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava is in concussion protocol after leaving the Mississippi State game last week with an injury and not returning to the sideline for the second half. He did dress and practice on Tuesday, and his status for Georgia is undetermined. He goes on and says Tennessee coach Josh Heupel has been optimistic about Iamaleava's availability for the Georgia game, pointing out that he was at practice Monday. Heupel said he's in great shape to play the game. Now, how did he participate in practice? If you go through the threads, the comments under Pete Thamel's tweet here, that's the question. Well, how is he participating in practice if he's going through concussion protocol? Well, this is a good sign for me. If Nico was out there going through practice, it would be no contact, right? We can speculate and kind of figure out what's going on here. It would be no contact if he's still going through concussion protocol. But even if he's out there, throwing routes on air or just, going through individual work, that's a good sign, because he's not in a dark room with a towel over his head and no sound, right? He's able to go out there on the grass in the sun and take part in practice. I think that is a good sign when you're trying to determine, is Nico playing or is he not? Now, let's go to the GOAT. First thing I said last night, everybody popping in the chat, Boogie, is he playing? Is he not? I said, well, what does Austin Price say? And Austin Price chimes in on it here. He quote tweets Pete Thamel and says, backing up the VolQuest 2-minute drill today at lunchtime, hashtag We will see. Hashtag too early to call. Now, AP also went on the board last night, said he was on the practice field today. Bad concussions normally don't result in being out doing individual work a couple of days later. Bad concussions normally result in being in a dark room. Will he play? I don't know, but I think it's too early to say one way or the other. So I wanted to jump on here, make a video, kind of break down all the news that came out last night because of the Bear tweeting out, and then also Pete Thamel chiming in, Austin Price chiming in. I think as of right now, we just don't know, but it's encouraging that Nico was out on the practice field. What do you guys think? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can do that at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. If you don't have a power T beside your name in the chat or in the comment section, you can fix that. Hit that join button. It's right down there beside subscribe. There's also a link in the description. If you're on an iPhone, you got to do it from a desktop because Apple wants their money, but you can go to a desktop. You can hit that join button. Then once you come back to your app on your phone, you will be good to go. But it's just $1 a month. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. But more importantly, you guys that support this channel are the reason why we get to do this and create content every single day. So we are grateful for you. But that is going to do it for this one. Hope to see you guys tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time for Talkin VAWLS live, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.